course, the movie was Two for the Money, and you can go check that out. Al Pacino and all that good stuff, and Matthew McConaughey. But you're still picking winners or trying to pick winners here this week, and this is the week of exotic wagering, right? Like, do you think it's going to be a safety? Are there going to be two safeties? Somebody going to miss an extra point? All of that goes on, but you're more like down the middle here to who's going to win this football game, right?
Yeah, but I throw out some prop bets. I got a couple that I really like. And some fun ones. I got Junior Edelman minus 2.5 receiving yards versus how many points Florida State's going to score on Sunday. So I think Leonard Hamilton seems struggling a little bit. I am getting about 75, 77. I think Edelman's going to get me over about 90 receiving yards. I'm going to lay the 2.5 with Edelman more receiving yards than the Florida State Seminoles scoring basketball. I even got another better one. Tiger Woods' 72 hole score.
Okay.
Tom Brady passing yards. Tom Brady's minus 18.5. Now, figure 272 is a four-round score. Let's say Tiger goes 7 under. Puts him at 265. I think Brady's getting to 3. Lay the wood with Tom Brady minus 18.5.
How does one bet against Tom Brady? You know what?
Take Tiger Woods and plus 18.5.
But not Matt Ryan at 3.
Vegas is trying to gauge the market right now. People say, Brandon Lang, what do you mean gauge the market? Well, right now in Vegas, the line's minus 3. You have 2.5 to 1 Patriot money. Vegas knows the second they move that line to 3.5, they are going to get hammered with Falcon money, and they're going to get hammered a lot. So they're trying to gauge where do we top off our Patriot money before. So I think they're going to wait till they hit 3 to 1.
Who is they, by the way?
Vegas. All your sports books in Vegas. All your sports books in Nevada.
Is that a consortium?
Absolutely. They're together on this. One can't move it to 3.5. They're all going to move it to 3.5.
I'm always interested in the science of this because, you and I have been through this, and we talk wagering, talk numbers, and I know a lot of people the way. It's just not I wouldn't wager on sport. I mean, no offense. It's just not my thing because I think it's too unpredictable. I've had too many coaches, show me film and look up and say, I don't know how anybody bets on this thing.
Yeah.
I don't, it's just –
It's Vegas has gotten stung the last 3 weeks badly. The worst possible outcome for them was Clemson and the over against Alabama. That's what they got. Then the NFL playoffs start, and that first weekend, all 4 favorites covered. Another horrible outcome. Then on Saturday, both favorites covered. You had 6 straight favorites cover to start the NFL playoffs. That has never happened in the history of the NFL playoffs. So what do the sharps do in Vegas? What do the public do in Vegas? Sunday, they jump on both dogs. And what'd you get? You got Pittsburgh plus 1.5 over KC. You got Green Bay plus the points over Dallas. And so both dogs. So Vegas lost, literally. Clemson, Alabama, first week in NFL playoffs, second week in NFL playoffs. And so they don't want to get beat here. And so that's why they're holding on to that 3 number as long as they can before they move it to 3.5. I think it goes to 3.5 by Saturday midday, and then they get it hammered. And you're going to see it stay at 3.5 for about 3 hours, and then it'll pump back down to 3.
How much does that half really matter? Do we really think this game is 28-24 versus 27-24?
Yeah, I do. And here's why. I think both offenses match up particularly well with the respective defenses. Atlanta's defense has played better, but they've played better against Jared Goff, Colin Kaepernick, a beat-up Cam Newton, Drew Brees, put up 32 on him. And then they got Russell Wilson in Seattle, who had a chance to go up 17-7 early and a holding penalty, and then Aaron Rodgers got behind and still figured out a way to get to 21. So their defense, people say, has played better. Well, they haven't seen an offense like Tom Brady in New England that put up 36 on the number 1 defense in the NFL, Houston Texans, and looked ugly doing it. You looked up, and that was probably one of the worst playoff games New England's ever played. And you look up at the end of the game, they scored 36.
And they survived.
Yeah. On the other side, this Atlanta offense is legit. They are, and they have a lot of weapons, and they're going to stretch New England. And listen, we know New England's the number 1 scoring defense in the NFL, but they've not seen an offense like this. So I think Vegas has got the number right. I think this game's going to come right down to the wire. I think the team that has the ball last probably is going to be the team that goes down and wins. You're hoping Brady's on the other side of it this time where he has the ball with 2 minutes to go and has a chance to do what Eli did to him twice. Remember this. Tom Brady's lost 2 Super Bowls, but Tom Brady's also walked off the field both times with the lead, and his defense couldn't get him a stop. So maybe this time Brady gets the ball back when Matt Ryan scores. They go up 31-28, and then Brady gets the ball 2 minutes to go. Can Tom Brady take him down for the first time? Well, he sort of did with Vinatieri on that drive and got the field goal. But in these last few Super Bowls, Tom's never had the ball last. He's always given it back and said, all right, defense, get me a stop. Now, in the Seattle game, they did.
Got one.
They got one. But in the 2 losses to the Giants, they couldn't. So I think the number's right. I think turnovers are going to play a huge key. I think whichever defense gets that. I think the game's going to come down to which quarterback makes a mistake in the fourth quarter. I really do.
Brandon Lang here for BrandonLang.com. Of course, a longtime legendary handicapper. The movie was 2 for the money, made about his career with Matthew McConaughey, Al Pacino as well. You know, the exotic thing is fascinating to me that people go out to Vegas and swill it all up this weekend and be willing to wager on strange, bizarre. But again, it's really not much different than rolling dice, right? I mean, you sit there and roll dice or bet on cards all day to bet on whether, Edelman will have 120 yards of receipt or whatever the number is. But I find it fascinating that people do take a lot of action on that because it's kind of like putting $2 on a horse when you don't know anything about horses. It just gives you some action.
Well,
right?
it's fun. Like, what's Lady Gaga's first song going to be? You can wager on that.
You can wager on Luke Bryan if he's going to make a mistake.
Luke Bryan over/under national anthem, 2 minutes 15 seconds. He did a concert 2 years ago. He went 2:39. I got the intel on that. I'm going over the posted total. I make it fun throughout the way. What color hair is Lady Gaga going to have? I think she goes conservative and comes with green, yellow instead of black, whatever. I mean, anything you want just to make the game great. Is the first commercial going to be a beer commercial? You just want to have fun. Vegas always puts a ceiling on what you can bet on the prop bets. Most, I think, you can bet in some places is 500. They don't let you exceed that. So I always say have fun with prop bets. I have 10 of them up there on the website today and having fun with. Deflategate. How many times will Deflategate be mentioned during the game? Over/unders 2.5. I kind of like the under. I think it gets mentioned at the top and then gets left alone. Giselle. How many times will she be shown on television? That's set at 1.5. I think it's under the posted total during the game. I don't think Giselle. If you watch the history of the Patriots, she doesn't get shown a lot. She's deep in the box, deep unseen with the kids.
That's true.
They go to the private box. You don't see it. I got a strong, solid play on under with Giselle. That 1.5. So I feel good about that one too.
Is there any,
I love how much conviction that you have in speaking about these prop bets.
Okay, because we don't get together but once a year, and you do the show from time to time. What's the craziest thing you've ever personally wagered on that you could say on the radio? Because I don't know. I mean, I don't know how crazy it is, but I mean, I've got a lot of crazy stories I could never tell on the radio. But you do this for a living.
Yes, I filmed a pilot for the Travel Channel.
Okay.
Called Brandon Bets the World. You can see it on YouTube. Just go to YouTube, put in Brandon Bets the World. It's a pilot that Travel Channel actually aired.
Reality TV that wasn't really reality.
No, it was. I went to Scotland, had 10 grand, and I tried to double and triple my money betting on 3 crazy things. And I traveled through Scotland looking for things to wager on. I wagered on a haggis eating contest, which is their national dish. I wagered on the caber toss, where they do the telephone pole and try to get it to go end over end. And I wagered on a sheepdog trial where I was handicapping 52 sheep herders out in the middle of nowhere, running 4 sheep through an obstacle course with their collie dog. It was one of the most fascinating things you've ever seen because they control the sheep with the dog, and the sheep herder controls the dog with his whistle.
That'll put the greyhounds and the ponies out of business, right?
Out of business. With the way he whistled, told the dog which way to go, left or right, and he runs the sheep through. And one sheep will kind of go over here, and the dog's got to go get that one in and get it back, and and they're timed on it. So I had to handicap that. I won. Lost the sheepdog trial. Should have nailed that one too. I won the haggis eating contest with my man Peter Hart, and then I hit the caber toss, the strongman. So I had 2 out of 3. So those are the 3 craziest things I ever wagered on in my life. 2 out of 3. So I picked up about 9 grand, and then stayed over and played Royal Troon, Old Course St. Andrews, Carnoustie, and it was just a great trip.
Crazy stuff happens in Scotland, from what I understand.
Well, I bet a guy on the street whether he had anything on underneath the kilt, and I won that bet too. So I said he was letting Free Willy hang, and he says, "You're right." And I said, "All right, pay up." So
who's going to win the game?
It's back and forth. I'm doing something the first time I've never done, and I'm giving away the pick for free at BrandonLang.com. You can go there right now and get it for free. If you've never taken advantage of the one-day free all-access pass, it's there. I've never done that since the movie came out. But I decided, you know what? I like the game. I'm releasing it early. It's Tuesday. Go have the pick for free. BrandonLane.com.
Brandon Lang joining us here. We're live at Super Bowl 51. Have a great year. We'll check in again. Maybe Final Four.
Hey, congrats
area.
on the wife, by the way.
Oh, thanks, man.
She's doing good.
She's
seriously.
doing better than good.
Yep.
She's getting there.
So
we got some liftoff.
So I was in my prayers, man. You tell me that.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. It's been quite a journey here over the last couple of years. BrandonLang.com is the way to find him. You can find us at WNST.net. Of course, we got our road trip to London up and running as well. Anything you miss here this week, you can find in the Buy a Toyota Audio Vault, as well as that on our YouTube WNSTV channel and Facebook Live. Luke's here. I'm here at Super Bowl 51. We're live in Houston. Back for more on WNST, where we never stop talking Baltimore sports.